I think Kyrie will fall in line.
What?
And here's why. Because, look, we know we're talking about a year from now.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about next season. We're not talking about a few months. We're talking about the 2020-21 season.
Correct.
Okay? Kyrie will have had a year where they're okay. They're not going to do anything special. Best case scenario, they fight for home court advantage in the first round and get to the second round of the playoffs. And that'll be a good year, but that's what it'll be. So this will have been 3 straight years now for Kyrie without a LeBron, without a KD type player, and he goes out early in the playoffs, goes out in the second round. And so just like after this season and all the hardships, he realized how much he needed LeBron James and how much of a value it was to have a teammate like that. I think by the time KD gets back, Kyrie will be open arms like, hey, I need a guy like that to win a championship. I mean, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. And I think, too, this season coming up for Kyrie Irving is going to be all about his improvement as a leader. And I think he can improve for these reasons. Number one, Kyrie, as big a problem as he was in Boston, and as big a part of the problem as he was not the only problem, okay? A lot of it was those young guys having success without him and coming back with a different attitude. Not only on attitudinally, but on the court. A lot of them all of a sudden wanted to go ISO and not run in the offense and stuff. So that was a factor. Then you got the Gordon Hayward situation, which Brad Stevens mishandled. That was a factor. So it wasn't just Kyrie's lack of leadership. It was these other things that conspired. And here's the proof. When he first got there to Boston, before Hayward's became a problem, before the young guys got big-headed, Kyrie led them to a 22-4 start. They were 22-4, and when he got hurt his first year in Boston, they were 46-21. That is a 68-win pace over 82 games. And so, not a 68-win pace, but that's a 58-win pace. Okay, so Kyrie has success there, and then I know he's got relationships in Brooklyn. Also, he chose Brooklyn. Remember, when he demanded a trade out of Cleveland, Boston was not on the list. Okay, so even though he went there, that necessarily isn't where he wanted to be. So I think now, for the first time in his career, because look, at first he goes to Cleveland, you got no help, you're losing. So you're not going to be happy. Then LeBron gets there, and Kyrie was immature and thought, I can have my own team. I don't need LeBron, and he wasn't happy. Then he goes to Boston. Well, this isn't really where I wanted to be. Wasn't on my top 4 list. I'm not happy. Now you chose Brooklyn, okay? You're at home. This is your childhood team. I think he's going to fall in line, as Kendrick Perkins would say.
Go ahead, Skip.
You're not buying it.
You and Perk got way more confidence in Kyrie than I do.
The Kyrie Irving I know of will fall in line for nobody. And Kendrick Perkins loves him some Kevin Durant, but he did him no favors with that line, which sometimes just spills out of your mouth and then you can't get it back because it's out there. Wrong terminology to use with Kyrie Irving. He did hit Game 7 closing shot. He won Game 7 with a last-minute shot.
Maybe the biggest shot in NBA history, arguably.
Could be. And the corollary to your scenario for next year is, what if they win 2 rounds of the playoffs? What if he has a shocking year? What if he averages 30-plus points and has, Shannon brought it up earlier, what if he has a big year? What if he gets off to that kind of start and they stay hot all year and he loves them and they love him and he tries to show everybody, I can lead this team and I'm going to be a little different? I just don't know if, to use Shannon's analogy, it's you're dating and then suddenly you're living together. These guys are besties from a distance right now. And they played All-Star Weekend together a couple times. They played Team USA for a little month at a time.
Yep.
But they haven't done this for 82 games. They are both ISO-dominant players. They lead this league in moody hypersensitivity, both of them, these two. They lead it. And they clicked because they were birds of this feather. They realized each of them had thin skin and they had issues, and they're always picking fights and having to battle with everybody. They're always having issues with media, social media. And they bonded because of that. But then can you live together, to your point? I don't know. I have my doubts about it, especially when the seed gets planted in Kyrie's psyche that Kevin, because he's going to think that Kevin told Kendrick this, oh, Kyrie will fall in line. And Kyrie's think he'll brood about it. It'll fester in his psyche. And again, you get a honeymoon year because there's no Kevin next year. But then after that, depending on the outcome next year, I'm not sure Kyrie is open to falling in line.
Here's the thing. I think these two are so close, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, that they've probably talked about that. One thing I believe about Kevin Durant is that, and this has been my interaction with him, he goes at you. Like he's going to say what he wants to say. And so my guess is his relationship with Kyrie is, you're good friends. You can go at each other. And so maybe they talked about this. KD, like now I would be the man. I would have to be the man. You say it somewhat jokingly, but seriously.
Yeah.
And,
And that's why you said jokingly, I'm taking it jokingly. Because just like Kyrie, those young guys, like, hold on. You see what we did without you? Look at Kyrie's resume without KD. He did win
with
title.
LeBron.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But this is your LeBron
and what did he want? He wanted to get away. See, I look at it like Kyrie doesn't believe that he was the problem in Boston. He believes it was the Celtics. Those younger guys, like you mentioned, they wouldn't, like you said, they wouldn't fall in line with him. Like Perk says he's going to fall in line with KD. And therein lies the problem. Like, now, if he's like, you know what? I tried it my way. I went somewhere else, and it's a lot more difficult being the leader, being the leader of men, being the guy that's going to be the face of an organization, take on all the questions. It's a lot harder than it looks. LeBron, LeBron makes it look easy. But it's not easy. KD didn't like that. KD said, I just want to play basketball. All that other stuff, being team leader and the captain and all that, y'all can have all that. I just want to hoop. Nah, you can't. If you're the leader of a team, you're the face of a team, you can't just hoop. Right. You got to do all the other stuff that comes along with it. But see, we ain't got that problem. In Purple to Go, we got that problem. Ain't nobody got to fall in line. Just do you.
They do have to fall in line.
Yeah, do you.
I think you got 3 problems.
No, we got no problem.
Yeah.
I love them problems. Yeah, I love them problems. I guess what? The Clippers would love them too.
Really?
But they ain't going to get them.
Now you got a number 2 who thinks he's the best player on the planet, and you have an Anthony Davis who thinks he's the 4th best Laker of all time, right? Or at least he's in the top 5.
And then we got Goat Man.
Yep. You don't think that's ego city?
Yeah, no ego. But look, the GOAT. Okay, you know what the GOAT is, so you just follow behind the GOAT. He's going to lead you the way.
Oh, so they should fall behind.
Nah, I didn't say there you
fall
go.
In line.
There you go. There you go.
Fall in line.
Kawhi's like, hold on. I come, you know how I come, Skip. 2-time Finals MVP.
Yep.
2 Defensive Players of the Year.
Number 2, you're about to be number 3.
No,
well, I think part of the pitch from LeBron is I'm going to step back.
Step back.
Really?
I bet
I'm older.
It sounds good.
It's my last contract.
Yeah.
I'm older.
Yeah.
We just about winning. Then when I'm gone, it's you two take over.
Sounds really good.
He should do that. I've said time and time again, run the point.
7. That's what LeBron going to give you. 24, 10, and 7.
Only 7?
10 rebounds a game?
No, assists.
10 assists?
Oh, 10 assists.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it backwards.
Yeah, 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had to run full point for that. I'd love that. I think he should.
I mean, the dude had 9. You remember last year he had 9.
Yeah.
And do it little, just piddling around at the point.
Piddling around, hitting the back of the
There you go.
You go. Down
That
passes.
was piddling around.
Dribble, rolling the ball up the floor, rolling it until it goes out of bounds.
I bet there'll be a lot of nights he'd be hitting on this triple dub.
Piddling around.
I mean, it'd be better a lot of nights.
I like that phrase. He piddled all year.
You know what? You take everything out of context and you blow it, slam up.
Well, hey, fall in line. That's in context, man.
Well, that's what Perk said. That don't seem like Kyrie's personality. It's gonna be very interesting, Chris. Very.
You guys talking though like he's gonna average 28 next year, and how far can they go? Milwaukee's gonna be better.
How is it gonna be better?
They're not gonna be better than Brooklyn?
Oh! I thought you said they're gonna be better than they were this year.
I think they will be because they've got experience. They're gonna have that experience of losing this year. I think Milwaukee be better. But he was gone for much of the playoffs anyway. Philly will be better. Toronto will still be pretty good. Boston still be pretty good. Indiana will be pretty good.
But you know who's gonna be great? He said good. He said all them teams gonna be good.
Utah.
You know,
Hey, that's true.
All
Utah gonna
of
be
those
all right.
teams learning to get along and learning to establish chemistry will be the interesting part at the beginning of the season. Chris, thanks as always for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.